So you cannot sleep with me unless I marry you.
I'll sleep with you if you want. I'll sleep right there.
There's plenty of room.
Then fine.
In the first Superman movie, after Christopher Reeve breaks down Lex Luthor's door and stands there, Gene Hackman, as Luthor, casually says a line that wasn't in the script. Hackman improvised it on the spot.
It's open, come in.
In Joker, the moment where Arthur punches the clocking-in machine off the wall wasn't planned. Actor Lee Gill, who played Gary, revealed that Joaquin Phoenix suddenly decided to make a joke about punching out and smashed the machine during a take. In Aquaman, the redhead's line wasn't in the script. Jason Momoa made it up on the spot after Mera jumps out of a plane without a parachute.
Redheads! You gotta love them.
The line was funny, fit his character perfectly, and was so good that they kept it in the movie.
Redheads! You gotta love them.
In The Dark Knight Rises, Tom Hardy improvised one of Bane's most memorable lines. Just before blowing up the football field, Bane listens to a young boy singing the national anthem and calmly says,
"That's a lovely, lovely voice.
I can fly!
In Shazam, during the toy store fight with Dr. Sivana, Shazam throws a Batman toy and yells,
I'm Batman. Get him, Batman!
Director David Sandberg later revealed on Twitter that the line was improvised by Zachary Levi. It was one of several ad-libs from Levi, but this one was too funny not to keep in the final cut.
I'm Batman. Get him, Batman!
In Green Lantern, the moment when Carol instantly recognizes Hal in his superhero suit and says a line was completely ad-libbed by Blake Lively.
If I've seen you naked, you don't think I would recognize you because I can't see your cheekbone?
I said,
Coffee!
In A History of Violence, during the unsettling diner robbery scene, the moment when Orser's character rubs his hand down Charlotte's breast and then sniffs, it was not in the script. The two actors improvised it to heighten the discomfort and menace of the scene. One of the most memorable moments in Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice comes when Batman sees Doomsday for the first time and says,
"Oh shit."
The line wasn't in the script. Ben Affleck improvised it, feeling it was a natural reaction for Batman in that moment.
"Oh shit."
In Superman, Margot Kidder accidentally asked how big Superman was during the interview scene. Director Richard Donner decided to keep it in, making Lois's flustered reaction completely genuine.
And how big are you? How tall are you?
About 6'4".
In Batman, one of the most iconic lines was actually improvised by Michael Keaton. Originally written as a longer introduction, Keaton trimmed it down on the spot, creating a bold, memorable moment that perfectly captured the character's mystique.
What are you? I'm Batman.
The line went on to become a defining catchphrase for Batman across future films and adaptations.
I'm Batman.
Additionally, Michael Keaton conceived the idea for Batman not turning his head. His cowl was too stiff, so he moved his whole body instead. In Joker, two of the most memorable scenes were completely improvised by Joaquin Phoenix. The haunting bathroom dance wasn't in the script. Phoenix came up with it after hearing Hilder's score and asked to play the music during filming. He created the dance on the spot, and it became one of the film's most iconic moments. Another unscripted moment was when Arthur climbs into his refrigerator. That scene also wasn't planned, but Phoenix did it during a take, and the filmmakers liked it so much they kept it in the final cut. In Man of Steel, after Superman is forced to kill General Zod, he breaks down in anguish, crying out in pain over taking a life. According to The Hollywood Reporter, that powerful reaction wasn't in the script. Henry Cavill improvised the scream, adding a raw emotional depth that helped define his Superman's moral struggle. In Super, the scene where Boltie shows off her silly fighting moves to impress Crimson Bolt was improvised by Ellen Page. She and Rainn Wilson made up a lot of their lines on the spot, which added to the movie's weird and funny vibe.
So what do you think?
Cartwheels.
You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
In Michael Keaton's Batman, Jack Nicholson improvised the Joker's silly bird dance after leaving Vicky Vale's apartment, raising his arms, blowing a raspberry, and running off. He said it was a move he borrowed from his late friend, actor Clegg Hoyt. In Superman, Christopher Reeve was only meant to fly straight toward the camera, but he improvised a smooth turn by banking his body like a real pilot. His natural movement made the flight look real and proved they'd cast the perfect Superman. In Zack Snyder's Justice League, Ezra Miller brought a fun, quirky vibe to The Flash by improvising many of Barry Allen's lines and actions. With a background in improv, Miller added his own touches during filming, and Zack Snyder liked them so much he kept a lot of it in the final version.
So you're fast.
That feels like an oversimplification.
During the tense showdown between Arthur and Murray and Joker, the scripted line was, "What do you get when you cross a mentally ill loner with a system?" But Joaquin Phoenix accidentally said,
"What do you get
I don't think so.
when you cross a mentally ill loner with a society?"
Director Todd Phillips was so impressed with Phoenix's raw delivery that he chose to keep the take. In Wonder Woman, the boat scene where Diana and Steve Trevor talk on their way to London was completely improvised by Gal Gadot and Chris Pine.
Don't sleep with women.
No, I mean, I do sleep with women. I sleep with...
The unscripted conversation is funny and heartfelt, showing their natural chemistry while also exploring Diana's curiosity about the world of men. Instead of making her seem superior, the scene presents both characters as equals, genuinely trying to understand one another.
So you cannot sleep with me unless I marry you.
I'll sleep with you if you want. I'll sleep right there.
There's plenty of room.
Then fine.
In Road to Perdition, the scene where Rooney slams his hand on the table was improvised by Paul Newman during a read-through. Later, the emotional moment where Rooney beats and then hugs his son Connor came out of rehearsals, with Newman wanting to show the complex love and frustration in their relationship. Plus, as he joked, he just wanted to hug Daniel Craig. In Batman Returns, Michelle Pfeiffer improvised the moment where Catwoman uses her whip as a skipping rope after destroying mannequins in a department store. She was so proud of nailing the whip sequence in one take that she spontaneously added the playful jump rope move, making the scene even more unforgettable. In The Dark Knight, one of Heath Ledger's most memorable Joker moments came when Jim Gordon is made commissioner. While everyone claps, the Joker slowly joins in with a creepy, mocking clap from his jail cell. Director Christopher Nolan later shared that this wasn't in the script. Ledger improvised it, and it fit the Joker's twisted personality perfectly. Another Joker moment that was unscripted came when Arthur plays with his gun in his apartment and accidentally fires it. Joaquin Phoenix improvised both the timing of the shot and the lines he mutters to himself. The crew had no idea when the gun would go off, making the moment feel even more real and tense. In Birds of Prey, most of the taco breakfast scene at the end was improvised by the cast.
Kid, if that burrito doesn't make you shit, I don't know what will.
Helena's laugh when Harley steals Dinah's car was also a last-minute addition that helped end the film on a fun, chaotic note. In The Dark Knight, the hospital explosion scene became iconic not just for its scale, but for Heath Ledger's brilliant improvisation. When the blast suddenly paused, the Joker fiddles with the detonator in frustration, a moment that wasn't planned. Ledger improvised the reaction on the spot, and it worked so well that it stayed in the film. In Man of Steel, around the 15-second mark of the track Oil Rig, you can faintly hear a child say, that voice is actually Zack Snyder's daughter, who was at the recording session. It was picked up by the mic by accident, but Snyder liked it so much he left it in.
Said this so many times. Now it's our turn.